China is considered a communist country while America is considered a democratic country. Both countries are considered mixed economies, although these countries have different rules and regulations in their economic, political, and legal systems. One example in the difference of the Chinese economic system is the fact that Chinese people are allowed to buy and sell products more freely than in America. In the United States, economical power is more regulated towards businesses. And because of this factor, in China, individuals are allowed to conduct bargaining in places such as tourist attractions, local streets, and stores, while bargaining is not as popular in America due to the strict rules against economical power towards businesses. The major religions in China are Buddhism, Taoism, Confucianism, Islam, and Christianity. All of these religions play a big role in everyday life and in business in China. In addition, there are many different tourist attractions for religious temples within China. The temples generate profit by having souvenir shops, entry fees, and they also charge tourists to view religious monasteries. With a considerable amount of religious tourist attractions in China, it is true that religion transforms into business opportunities from sacred daily practices. As you can see, I was able to practice Kung Fu with the monks in the Buddhist temples. Although, being able to have this opportunity and to view the monks doing martial arts is all included in an entrance fee. This is a prime example of how religion is used inside of business to earn profit.
Throughout our visit in China, we observed many international brands everywhere we went. These brands range from food and beverages, to cars, to technology, to clothing stores. Generally, we found that prices are lower in China than in the United States, with the exception of large-ticket imported items like cars and technology. Ironically, Apple products are more expensive in China than the United States, although they are primarily manufactured in China. Except in the case of local food and bottled products, most local manufacturing is contracted by an international company. For example, Coca-Cola is locally bottled, although contracted by the International Coca-Cola Company, and bears the recipe and branding of its parent's company. In contrast, bottled water is a completely local industry with no international company overseeing or branding the products. Companies which started in China and are now international brands have employed joint ventures and mergers and acquisitions as their primary business strategies. Lenovo, a company founded in Beijing in 1984, expanded throughout Asia, selling personal computers before purchasing IBM's PC division in 2005 and gaining international brand recognition. According to its website, Lenovo is now #1 in global personal computer sales and #3 in global smartphone sales. Another Chinese company, Haier, began as a joint venture between a German appliance manufacturer and a Chinese appliance manufacturer in 1984. By 1990, Haier's appliances had been approved by the World Health Organization and by the United States. Today, Haier is a global leader in appliance sales. Although there are few companies that have expanded from China to be international giants, China has a lot to offer the international market. Given their government policies encouraging the export market, China is a great place to manufacture products. The trade barriers employed by the Chinese government primarily encourage exports. Imports are somewhat discouraged through tariffs and other administrative trade barriers. Special rules are applied to companies which need to import raw materials in order to manufacture exports. Above all, the People's Republic of China and its government see trade in the international market as an avenue for domestic growth and job protection. Right now, the technology sector is the largest competitive offering China can provide the world. An example of the opportunities offered to international companies in China is the partnership of Apple Incorporated and the Taiwanese company Hanhai Precision Industry Company Limited, also known as Foxconn Technology Group. Apple contracts the manufacturing of its products to Foxconn-owned cities in China. The low cost of labor is certainly a factor in the decision of technology companies to manufacture in China, but there are other trade mechanisms put in place by the Chinese government to encourage international investment. For example, the government subsidizes large export industries to ensure they undercut prices in the global market. Thanks to the government of the People's Republic of China, this country is a prime target for international company investment and manufacturing.
While in China, we use yuan or RMB for the currency. There is a 100, a 50, a 20, a 10, and a 1. There are also a couple coins. There is a 1 yuan coin, which is similar to the American dollar coin, and a 0.5 yuan, which is like our 50-cent coin. While in China, the exchange rate was about 6 RMB to 1 USD. So to do the math, we would just take however much yuan the item was and divide it by 6 to get an estimate on how much USD we were spending.